Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my finale on my No Pan Left Behind project that I did for this year. And I have some pretty good updates for you guys, but this project has also helped me realize that I have way more palettes in my collection that I can use in a year. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in and share with you guys all the palettes that I used up the past few months, and then the 5 palettes that actually did not, 5 palettes that I did not touch or didn't meet my goals on No Pan Left Behind. So if you love Project Pan videos, definitely continue watching. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and let's just go ahead and jump right in. So again, I had picked out 75 palettes to use this year, and I just tallied up everything that I have used. And so my grand total of palettes that I used this year was 70 palettes out of 146, which, let's see. I'm gonna pull out my calculator and see what percentage that is. So 146 is actually how many I had at the beginning of the year, divided by 70. Oh, I think I did it wrong. 48%. Is that right? Is my calculations correct? I'm not sure, but I think I did it correctly. I did 70 palettes divided by 145. Is that how I would calculate it? So 48% of my palettes doesn't seem right. 70, 45, maybe actually, because 45 plus 30 more, that's, yeah, 48%, that's right. Okay, so again, at the beginning of the year, I had done an inventory video and I was at 145 palettes, and based on my notes here, I have used 70 palettes. So yeah, this project has just made me realize that I have way more palettes in my collection that I could actually use throughout the year. I think I'm gonna share with you guys the 5 palettes I did not touch or didn't meet my goals on and go from there. So the first one is my ColourPop High Tide palette. This one, I believe, is going to be one I am going to declutter just because I do love the color story, but I do have the Longing palettes that I have yet to use that I picked up. And it has these teal tones in the palette, so I don't need all teal palette and then having another palette that has a whole bunch of teals. So I really like it, but I think once I actually do my eyeshadow palette declutter, I will be decluttering this palette. Next up that I did not use was my Moonfall palette by Shroud Cosmetics, and this one I have used it, but not this year, obviously, but this is what the color story it looks like. I don't know, from what I've seen other people's videos, like Shroud Cosmetics kind of fell off the earth. I don't know what's going on with them. I really enjoyed this palette. More of a darker color story, but overall it is very beautiful, but I did not use it this time around or this year. Next up, another one that I did not use was my Natasha Denona Xenon palette, and I just looked at the paper that I have in my squares and no tallies, but this is what it looks like. I'm debating if I should do this project again. I have looks saved and I was sharing looks with you guys as I was using up all the shadows in the palettes, but I would forget, and a lot of the time I'm doing like wearable looks for work as well. Even if it's color, it's not overly dramatic or anything. Just a little more toned down looks. So I don't know. I did take pictures here and there to share with you all in this video, but I might not have a lot of looks to share. But the next one that I didn't get to No Pan Left Behind is my Serenity palette by Cosmic Beauty brushes. This is what the color story looks like. I literally only needed to finish this. I literally only needed these shades to No Pan Left Behind the palette, but it's these 4 shades right here. I used that one today actually in my crease, and then these 2 right there. I'm finding out there was a point in my life a few years ago I was like so into color, and just lately the past 2 years I like color, but I'm more into like wearable color and not so like bamming your face. I don't know, just a different time in my makeup era, I guess, that I'm into right now. And it's been, again, the past year, I've just not been into wearing super colorful eye looks. And then the last one that I did not No Pan Left Behind was my Give Me Glow Bad Witch Club. This was in here since, what, October? And this is what the color story looks like as well. Very beautiful, again, colorful. As you can see, all the palettes that I shared with you guys were a ton of color, and that's what made me realize that I have way too much color in my collection. I do plan on still decluttering some eyeshadow palettes again, just because I have like a lot of repetitive, colorful palettes. And yeah, just doing this project has made me realize, like, do you really need all these eyeshadows in your collection, and just, I don't know, just like from what I'm reaching for right now, a lot of these palettes are not what I'm reaching for. So, okay, we're gonna jump right into the palettes that I did a no pan left behind this last time around. This is the Flower Beauty Desert Lights palette, and it's just an all shimmer palette. And again, I did use the orange from the Serenity palette in my crease, and then all the rest of the shades on my eyes is what's in here. I used this deeper shade to deepen the look, and then I applied this one in the inner lid, this one in between the two shades, and then I applied this one in my inner corner, and I was able to no pen left behind this. So this is really pretty, and I really enjoy how wearable and shimmery these shades are, so definitely keeping that. Another one that is a top palette that I picked up this year is my Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. This is beautiful, definitely more of a cool tone palette, but the shimmers in here are so beautiful and reflective and really pretty, and I enjoyed this palette so much. I repetitively use the shimmers in this palette throughout the last month or two since I got it, and I really enjoy it. Definitely would recommend it. Definitely not going anywhere. Another palette that I finished using all the shades for was my Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette. This one's another wearable palette, and as you can see, all the shades that I'm pretty much sharing with you guys are wearable shades. Like, I do have some color here and there, but mostly I'm just going into my neutral girl era, I guess. Again, I really enjoy color as well, but I don't need like half of my collection being just full of color. I don't know. I definitely need to curate my eyeshadow palette collection more, but this one I enjoyed. The formula is really good. Some of the shimmers felt drier than some of the other ones in here, but overall I do enjoy this palette, and definitely happy to have it in my collection and was able to no pan left behind it. Next two palettes I used up were these two by Pat McGrath. These are the Celestial Nirvana eyeshadow palette in Bronze Bliss and Nude Allure. So Bronze Bliss, this shade right here was my favorite. This dark bronzy color, it was so pretty. This one was my favorite from the whole palette. And then this one as well was nice, but from both I think I really enjoyed Bronze Bliss more. And again, this one has pretty much 4 shimmers, and like this one looks like a creamy, maybe cream to powder matte, but from both I enjoyed this one just because of the bronze color. It was so pretty on my lids. So use those up. Another one with color that I actually used was my Moon Spell by Lunar Beauty. This one was pretty. I love the packaging. It's like a book. It's really nice. And I actually thought about decluttering this. Like, I'd be okay without it. I don't know. I'm okay keeping it. I'm okay without it. Like, I don't know. I think it's nice. I love purples. The middle row was nice, nudie shades. The greens were fine as well. I don't really reach for these tones, but I did use that one to deepen a look once when I used this palette. But overall, it is nice. It's very powdery though, I did notice. I felt like this one was more powdery than my Nude Prism or the other Lunar Beauty palette I'm going to share with you guys. But overall, it is nice. I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one. So we will see what happens with that during my eyeshadow palette declutter. And then I also finished this one off, the Hocus Pocus by ColourPop. This one was good as well. More, again, some color, but a lot of wearable shades to use. And I didn't like this shade right here. I feel like it was more on the drier side, and it does have some glitter in it, I believe, as well. So I didn't really like that shade, but overall I really enjoyed this palette as well. Again, I do like color, but a little more wearable is up my alley nowadays. Next up is my Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette. Also no pen left behind this. And this is what the inside looks like. I like this toned down, colorful palette as well. As you can see, very beautiful, pretty wearable as well. Nothing too crazy or anything like that. So this one was a good one. And then lastly, the last Lunar Beauty palette in this round is my Eternal Eclipse. This one's really good as well. I do find that I don't really reach for these that much, but I don't know. I thought about like decluttering it, but I don't have that many blues in my collection. I really enjoy the Lunar Beauty formula as well. So that's another thing that has helped me do this no pan left behind, is actually using palettes and seeing if I actually enjoy using them. I do have some palettes set aside that I do want to declutter that I'll bring in during my eyeshadow palette declutter. And doing this no pan left behind, I'm just like, okay, I don't like this formula. I don't like the color story. So it's in a declutter pile already. But I feel like that's like the benefit of this project is using palettes in your collection that you don't really reach for, because I also did like roulette style. And that's kind of what's helped reach for palettes that I don't really reach for. So that was good. That was a good thing about this project. So next up is the Kaleidos Futurism 6, I believe, Lunar Lavender. This one was also nice to use. I finished this off in a couple uses. Really beautiful color story and also formula as well. I really enjoy this palette. Another one that I finished off is my Viseart Paris Edit. This one's nice and like natural on natural, but it looks like that. It's just nudes, really romantic shades, really beautiful palette. I really like the Viseart formula. It's really good and nice. I want to pick up more of their palettes. And then lastly, the palette that I know Pan left behind is my Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Shane Dawson collab, the Conspiracy palette. This one's really nice. I love the color story. I just wish his palettes weren't as bulky. Packaging, I don't know, I just really enjoy this color story again, but the packaging just kind of, I was gonna say throws me off, but it's not the word I'm looking for. It kind of like makes me not want to reach for it. I can't think of the word right now. I'm sure while editing I can insert what I'm thinking. But I, again, love this color story and I love Jeffree Star Cosmetics formula, but I haven't been buying from him. It's been a few years now just because his packaging is so bulky, but he does have really good makeup. Besides him being controversial or anything like that, but his makeup's actually really good. So those are all the palettes that I know Pan left behind. Again, this project made me realize how many palettes I have and how many palettes I can actually use throughout the year, and also just color stories that I don't really reach for anymore. Just my preferences have changed. Being into makeup for I would say over 10 years now. And yeah, so let me know if you guys would like to continue seeing me do this No Pan Left Behind. I wonder if it's something that I would want to do still. I think it definitely helps me rotate my collection again, since I do like roulette style and just random palettes. Like I do most of them picking randomly, and then I do end up picking a few that I actually want to use. But I think it helps to do the random because I'm picking palettes that I don't really reach for. So overall, I think it's a really good project. If you have palettes that you neglect, I definitely think you should do the No Pan Left Behind. So maybe I will do it again next year. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in me doing again. I do still have to declare the rest of my collection. Eyeshadow palettes is another one that I still need to do. Overall, I enjoyed doing this project. Hope you guys did as well, as you kept watching my updates. And yeah, if you love these types of videos, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if I should do it again next year. Definitely gonna do another year-long project Pan. I'm gonna film that right now after this video, so check it out. I believe that one will be up before this video. If not, it will be after. Definitely check it out, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!